Hi everybody, my name is Patrick Spangler. I've been a Mets fan all my life. This is my first video. On these videos, I want to talk about everything that has to do and deal with the Mets. So for this first video, I want to take a look at the signing of Jed Lowrie, what that means to the infield, especially Todd Frazier, and also what moves the Mets should make while going into spring training and our outlook for the season as a whole. So, in the past couple weeks or so, we signed Jed Lowrie. We just welcomed him to the team today with his press conference. Usual kit and caboodle happened. Brodie Van Wagner got up there, basically welcomed Jed to the team. Then Jed said a couple words, and then questions and answer session. Basically, most of the questions were asked of where will Jed play in the infield, and Brodie and Jed both said that there will be plenty of playing time for Jed and that he'll get his opportunities everywhere. So looking into Jed Lowrie's statistics over the past two seasons, in 2017, he had an average of .277 with 14 home runs and 69 RBIs. And when we look at the 2018 season, the only category he went down in was his batting average, where it decreased from .277 to .267, increase in home runs to 23, and also RBIs to 99. So, that's a great outlook. Batting average didn't drop tremendously, about 10 points. Doesn't mean a lot. He also played in a couple more games in 2018 than 2017, so that shows his production kept up with everything. And it's great that his home runs and RBI totals also went up. Interesting thing, when I was looking at the press conference video for Jed Lowrie, Brodie Van Wagner was talking about the relationships Jed had with teammates that are on the Mets now and also coaching staff. So he had relationships with Chili Davis, and Jed spoke on that for a little while, and he said how Chili Davis, exceptional hitter throughout his career, and he's brought a lot to the table, a lot of his experience to the table, and that his experience will benefit all the hitters within the Mets. So I think we're going to see a shift this season from the long ball to just making contact and getting the ball out into the outfield, making plays, moving runners on base into scoring position, and then making contact so that we can score those runners eventually. But one interesting relationship I found that Jed Lowrie had was with Todd Frazier, and Brodie Van Wagner opened this up to the public, and he basically said that Todd Frazier and Jed Lowrie used to train down in Florida together during the off season, and they used to train a lot and have a good they still do have a good relationship, but Brodie Van Wagner was also very persistent that he's going to love to see the interactions between those two because they're on the same team now. My thought when we first made this trade is that we may try to shed Frazier's contract at third, but that doesn't look like the case anymore since Brodie Van Wagner, wants to increase the depth within our team. And as you've seen with like the Astros or the Red Sox, even if one of their players does get hurt, they have that backup person just to slide in, and it's like nothing ever happened, there to produce. And that's what Jed Lowrie really does for us. Not that he's going to be on the bench. I'm pretty sure he's going to be starting almost every day, as Brodie Van Wagner stated. Probably going to be a top-of-the-lineup hitter. Maybe have either Rosario leading off or McNeil leading off or Nimmo leading off, depending if McNeil will get a lot of playing time with the addition of Jed Lowrie. And then Jed Lowrie slotting in maybe either second or third, and then having Robinson Cano probably batting third, and then the rest is up to the skipper. All of it's up to the skipper, but we'll see what he wants to do on opening day. Definitely has a lot of options, a lot to play with for the beginning of the season. Looking at other acquisitions which I think we should make before the start of the season, I think AJ Pollock is totally off the table. We have Conforto and Nimmo at the corners, and then Lagares with the backup Broxton in center field. Really depends on how Broxton and Lagares is hitting in spring training. If one's doing better than the other, I think that's how Mickey Callaway is going to determine who gets the opening day job for that. With regards to relief pitchers, I think we need to add at least one more to complement Lugo, Gesellman, Diaz, and Familia in the bullpen. We know Diaz is going to be our everyday closer. Familia is going to be our seventh man in the eighth. Then we got Lugo or Gesellman to slot in seventh or sixth, depending on how long our starters are going to go. Then we need to have one more bullpen piece to give those guys a little rest every day. One guy that jumps out, I think, to everyone is Adam Ottavino. Great candidate. He's in 2018, he went 6 for 4 with an ERA at 2.43, had 6 saves, and had 112 strikeouts throughout the season. Quality guy. I saw him on an interview in MLB Network about a month ago. Seems sincere and the real deal. So if we could get him on a couple-year deal, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 year deal. I know we gave Familia, I think, 3 year, $30 million. If we give Adam Ottavino around the same price, maybe a little less. Just depends on how much money we get back from Wright's contract, and if we get any money back from Cespedes' contract, and depends on when Cespedes comes back, if he does this season. But I certainly don't want them to rush Cespedes coming back and then him getting injured again. Just got a notification while doing this video that Wilmer Flores, has signed a deal with the Diamondbacks. Wish him all the best of luck. I have a lot of memories of going to the ballpark and actually getting to see a couple of his walk-offs. So, fan favorite. You'll always be in my heart. But best of luck to you, Wilmer, in Arizona. And that's it for me for now. I'll be back on with more updates. And let's go Mets.